Welcome from the SAMS Europe 2015 in Berlin. I am happy that Mr. Andrew Riggs from Celesio found some time to have a short interview with me about the presentation and the sessions and the conference at all. May I ask you to please describe your job background?
Yeah, so my background is a little bit different. I actually come from a license management background from a reseller. I was with Insight for a number of years before I got into this role that I'm doing now. I've been with Celesio for just over 2 years now, and my role is licensed asset manager and specialist, so looking after not only the licenses but also now work very closely with the infrastructure guys to manage our hardware assets as well.
What is Celesio exactly doing?
So we're a pharmaceutical company. We've got various business units throughout Europe. We did have one in South America as well, which we're just in the process of selling out. Our main products are distribution of pharmaceuticals to pharmacies, and we've also got chains of pharmacies throughout Europe as well.
Okay. Yesterday you did a session on software license management in virtualized environments and in the cloud. Could you briefly describe this topic again for us?
Yeah, so what it evolved into is trying to, more from a license management aspect, the purpose of this conference is SAM, so getting away from what we're hearing through the media about the benefits of cloud to actually what it means for us of understanding the license metrics in going to the cloud versus doing it on-premise with an in-house or a private cloud solution. It was kind of interesting. It felt the outcome of it, what we worked through and what we realised afterwards is that it's not something that we as license managers or involved in SAM are trying to push. It's being forced upon us and we're having to adapt to it. There's a lot of talk about what we're trying to do in our various companies whether it's a SAM solution or a SAM idea or optimization of licenses or assets. And there's some really good progress being made, but the cloud's going to change that. And I think that if we don't get involved early on in managing what's happening in that cloud, then we're going to find ourselves on the back foot again, which is something we're all trying to avoid.
How do you think should you work on that?
Personally, I think that we need to be seriously involved in process control. It's really great that we can spin up servers within an hour, but how do we know what's being installed on those servers? What's the license metric that's going onto those servers? That's our biggest challenge. And ensuring that we know how to monitor that if we've got monitoring tools in place, and making sure that they are included on those. Developers with access to the cloud are going to be a nightmare for us.
Okay. How is the software license management organized at Celesio?
So 2.5 years ago, we created a central IT governance, if you like, to manage the separate BUs. We've got 14 separate countries that we're operating in. They handled things were traditionally their own way, some very successful, others requiring a lot of help. I came in as SAM manager as a part of that new operation. We've had challenges along the way with that, but we're working towards it. It's an interesting role. There's marketing involved, there's governance involved, there's ensuring that what we're trying to do is accepted by the wider community and understood, and not just that we're sitting up in a glass tower, an ivory tower, dictating to the business units what they need to be doing.
Yeah. What is the most important lesson learned?
Communication.
Okay.
Just really keeping lines of communication open, and it's making sure that communication is two-way as well. I'm trying to get away from being an IT department that says no to requests. There are times when you can't avoid it, but it's about trying to utilise our assets more efficiently as well, and that means that sometimes, like, I don't want to give you that because we've created this for you, and trying to sell that benefit to them as well, understanding what their business requirements are, and being aware, and I don't want to use the word understanding again, but they've got their own resource issues as well.
Yeah.
We see things differently, we've got different pitches, but making sure that they feel like they're a part of what it is that we're trying to do and achieve is really, really important for us.
Of course. So here at the conference you have a lot of chances for communication and networking. Have you already used it?
Yes, we have. So this conference is it's really well organised. It's really great for the networking, being able to talk to people. Key benefits that we're certainly getting out of it is we're by no means finished with our SAM project, and it's knowing that we're not alone, that other people are facing the same issues. There are times when it feels that we're making some of the things up as we go along. We're dictated to by audit requirements, etc. Timelines slip, and we're not alone. And that's the really nice thing to come away from the conference with.
Right, you're not alone. So hopefully see you next year again here.
Look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.